What's up, everybody? Spandex2 back at it again with another video. I wasn't gonna record my ranking videos for the new season, but after the first two matches, I decided to just start recording because, first match was against bots. Second match, we just had the most toxic teammates. So, third match, here we are. As I said before, we had the most toxic teammates. One of them is actually on our team again, if you can tell who it is. Mr. Clean. Starting us off with not one, not two, but three what a saves. So we're just going to play this game like normal and see if he can just get himself together. Let's get on to it. One last thing to mention for this game is our other teammate really loves to not do anything when the other team and us should be going for the kickoff. But instead, he decides that he wants to sit and do nothing pretty much for the first 2 or 3 kickoffs. So it's no surprise we start the game 2-0 down. Anyways, let's get on to the gameplay, shall we? So nobody goes for the kickoff here. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I panic and I whiff the ball. Thankfully, Mr. Clean goes for the clean up. I try to hit him with a pass, and I don't quite, aim it at him. It's too far away from him, so we can't quite reach it. Here we just rotate him behind teammate, waiting for the backboard hit, and we misread the waterfall. Unlucky. Get a nice little touch out, but teammate still doesn't want to turn on it, so we got to turn on it. Get a nice little bump on the Moss. Open up that right side, hopefully. But we just don't get the ball over there. Mr. Clean comes in with a nice clean 50. And I decide to not waste my boost on that and just rotate him behind teammate. Kind of showing him that, hey, if you want to go for that, you can. I'll be right behind you. So we get a nice little touch out to the side here and don't quite get the center ball. However, we do get a nice look at net there. Couldn't quite put it on target. Defender was there. But all that pressure does lead us into a goal. So nice pressure by teammates. They realize that they're struggling to make it out of their own half, and that's when playing side by side can be beneficial. If you just get one good 50, your other teammate can pick it up. Here we just get a nice little easy kickoff goal. Nothing really to say about that. Teammate wants to pass. That's fine. We wait for the center ball, which never really comes. Try to get like a demo on that guy, but instead he gets us demoed, which was kind of unfortunate. I don't really know how that happened. So here, both of our teammates are floating back. We see a chance to go for the ball, so we do. Can't let them get any space when you're all alone in the back. If they take any heavy touch, you want to be right on that ball, because that's your best chance of defending a 1v3. It's pretty much them letting you have the ball. We try to follow up Eastie's touch, not the best follow. Probably should have just stayed back, but we kind of want to show our teammates that we're going to be going for these so that they know they can pass the ball. So there, we kind of just fall in behind. We're just kind of rotating behind teammate since he keeps going for the ball. Try to go for the bump there, end up bumping teammate. Not the best play. But we do get a clear out with a nice little zap dash to keep our momentum with 0 boost, and we end up getting a goal for it. They just passed it right to our teammate, made him panic, and yeah, that's why you always just gotta be ready for that center ball as second man. So here, not a bad kickoff. We do end up running into teammate, which kind of throws a wrench into everything. So we figure might as well help out. Miss a few wave dashes on the wall. Ends up biting us real bad. Nobody wants to really support him behind us. Evie gets a bad touch. And Skimmer Joe says thanks for bumping him into the goal, pretty much. So I give him a no problem. Always here to help. Just passing that to the outside. Hopefully teammate runs onto it, which he does. Kind of low boost here. Just fighting for that mid boost. Try to not bump teammate by doing a little sharp turn in behind him. Since I knew he was going for that back boost. We knew his pathing. And yeah, just got behind him. Good pass from teammate. It's just the other team read it all the way, but I like the idea. It's exactly why I was positioned there in the first place. We get a nice little lead with 15 seconds left. So now all we got to do is hold on to that lead. Just don't overcommit. 15 seconds left. You know, if we needed to clear, then cleared. If we need to just take possession, then just take possession. So we're just going for a clear here. It's too bad teammate keeps it up for some reason, but we end up with the dub. Alrighty, so on to game number 2, which is actually our 4th game of the season in threes. As I said before, we lost 2 in a row. I don't know if that was clear, but yeah, we lost 2 to start with. One was against bots, the other we just had toxic teammates. I wish I would have been recording so that you guys could have seen. That's exactly why I started recording in the first place, is because of that second game, but whoo, do we start off with a banger here in the second game. 68 miles an hour, top right bins from the midfield. Can't get any better than that. My teammates even give us a nice one. And by golly, do we deserve that. So let's see if we can keep it up with these teammates. Get a nice little center ball. Nobody wants to run onto it. Could have been an easy goal if I just had somebody there. Nice little play out to the side. Since teammates were in the back right. So here we're just kind of in net since both of our teammates are doing their own thing. Thankfully, one of them goes for the ball and leaves us an easy clear out. Double commit from teammates, but we still end up clearing it out. So here we just let Lewandowski go for the ball and we kind of just hang back in support. Get a free ball out and just kind of push it towards teammate. Wasn't the best pass, so I give him a little sorry because if I was actually going for a pass, I could have probably hit him, but I was just going for an air dribble that ended up being a pass. Here I try to drop it down center, and teammate was a little too close. Instead of reading my shot, he was just going for the pickup. So yeah, you can see me always kind of positioning in the back or the midfield just because it gives me the best angle. Just like that, kind of. Gives me a good angle when I gotta clear the ball. If you're just coming directly towards the ball, then it's easy to just hit it right behind you. So, coming from these angles on defense also helps a lot. Get a bump. Wasn't quite a demo. And they get a bump on us. We kind of just wait for that heavy touch like I was saying last game, and sure enough, he thinks he can beat us with the heavy touch, and we just cut it out. Steal their boost, and then notice that nobody's back, so we just go for a bump just in case they can clear that ball somehow. Here we go back left since we're kind of stuck in the middle. Didn't quite get the second hit around, but do get the center ball. It's not quite the finish. There we kind of had to go quick since their second man was going for a bump, so we just decided to turn and hopefully get a 50, which we did. Here we try to go fast, try to pass the ball even to our team, but just didn't quite work out. Try to take it up the wall, maybe do a little air dribble, but they wanted to give us space, so we kind of just brought it down to the ground and pinched it by them. It's all about staying on the attack, staying behind the ball, making them do the work, making them panic. And that's exactly what we do. We get the goal. So yeah, this one's gonna be a little longer than my normal videos just because we're doing effectively 10 games. I'm only showing you 8, as I said. Didn't quite get to the first 2. The teammates are doing a pretty good job working together. Probably should have grouped up with these guys, but it is what it is. Didn't want the rank up games to be that easy. Alrighty, let's get on to game number 3. Start off with a kickoff. Just try to push it left for teammate. He ends up getting a 50. Probably should have stayed a little further back, but we end up getting the clear anyways. Almost had the 50. We just continue our rotation. See that teammate may have a clear out, so we kind of stay upfield and then try to give him the pass, but he's not really turning for it yet. However, he does get a nice little touch. We decide to let that go in case he just follows it up himself. There, we stomp on the brakes so that we don't bump teammate since he had a better angle on the ball and more boost. So we think teammate's going to go for the ball, but he doesn't, so we go for the ball there and try to get some bumps, you know, just be an annoying first man, make them waste their boosts, or possibly get a goal. Instead, they're all just jumping around frantically, and that's what we were going for. It ends up working out. Pressure pays off. We just keep dinging that crossbar, dinging the sidebar, the post, and eventually it bounces out to one of us ready to pick up that goal. So here we just get behind teammate. We see that he's going to get the full boost, so we let him take the dribble. However, he lets the ball get away from him, so we try to cover in and get the 50. We're a little too late. Not really, but just a little off target, and teammate was a little too late. So there, we're kind of just doing the same thing, you know, we're trying to support team, giving them an option, they're just kind of hitting it to the other team instead. So hopefully they realize we're going for the ball and they can just pass away from the other team, and one of us will be on the end of it. There, we just let the other team pass the ball, so we just get back, you know, start rotating since they're going to do the work for us there. See them go for a bump, so we cover teammate by going for the ball and drawing the other team in a little bit by just hesitating our touches. Here we see the ball bouncing straight to us and a free backboard hit, and all three of them challenge that ball. Triple commit. We turn around and go for bumps since we don't see any of them in net. Keep that goal wide open for our team. You can see that bump actually landed. So 2 goals up, almost half the game gone. We're going to be following up that kickoff. As you see, our other teammate goes back right. So we know for sure we're the ones following that up. Here we kind of see that coming. We can see the other team on top of our team about to beat them. So we make sure the goal's completely covered there. Go for a little center ball here. Couldn't quite get the 50, but as you can see, we're still applying pressure. I never go fully back for boost. Just covering in behind my team the whole time. Ends up keeping the pressure on. But we don't do the best rotation there. However, teammates are not there. We're not bumping team, which is surprising. So here we just kind of turn, keep that pressure on, you know. If we're on attack, just do not let them out. Stay behind the ball, stay in their half, try to stay with boost if you can. Even if you don't, though. It's better to have no boost scoring the ball than 100 boost not scoring the ball. Just kind of, you know, being annoying. Not really our fault. Just needed one of our teammates to get a touch there, and we probably would have made it back. But yeah, we were doing what we could to rotate there. We're just, that first little bump fight didn't quite help us.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm boring myself now, so I'm gonna try to switch it up. I'm gonna hand it off to my friend here.
Hey guys, it's me. I think you know who it is. Alright, Shotgunner Bandy Stu has asked me to step in for the rest of the video. So, strap in and enjoy. Here it looks like Stu is just heading back. And he's gonna go for that ball and he's gonna miss. And he's gonna let his teammates take the fall for that one. Let's get on with the 30 seconds left of this game. Okay, Spandex, why didn't you go for that? Well, I'll answer the question for him. It looked like he was low boost. Okay, just give him a break. Nice little kill there. I like it. You protect your side, Spandex, dude. That was a good one. Overtime. What can he do? He goes for the kickoff. Better than most teammates, I would say. Um, he went for the kickoff and then he got scored on. That's that's pretty much all that happened there. There's not much else to say. So yeah, let's get on to the next game. Alrighty, let's get on to the next game. I think it's like this 5th or 6th or 7th, 6th or 7th game. Don't get Spandex canceled for that, please. He has nothing to do with what I'm saying right now. Just look at all these fakes from Torta Pounder. Get around and inside the side of that net. Spandex, dude. Let's see what he can do. Pushes it out left. Like the little lefty he is. Don't ask, okay? Oh, he's going up for that. Cuts off Gallifrey's. What do you know about that? Always cutting off his own team, that old Spandy. Here he's just waiting in the back for that boost to spawn like a good old noob. Does he actually do anything with that 100 boost? No, he doesn't. He just goes back and gets it again. Oh, Gallifrey's. No, Spandy, don't even try for that high five. I don't know why you're going for that. What kind of teammate goes for high fives nowadays? Go for the boost like you're good at. Gallifrey's. Making Spandy work for that one. Oh. Can he get the bump? No, he can't. Because he's just a little boy. He gets a pass, and then he fakes it back to Torta. Torta does not want to shoot that ball, though. I get it. Not the best pass from Spandy, because it never is. But then, what a fake, not. Probably just missing that. Gather Fairs. Cleaning up Spandy's mess. Can Torta and Gallifrey's carry Spandy to the win? Probably, it's looking like so. Can Spandy get a touch on the ball? Oh, he got a touch. And then he got passed right back to and couldn't get back to it like the little boy he is. Can maybe he get a shot on the net? No, he's faking that. Oh. Now he's rotating. What has gotten into Spandex through this game? I didn't know he knew what that word meant. Well, here it goes again. It looks like he's rotating again. That's just crazy. And then he goes for the challenge, and he obviously misses. Just like a good old little boy does. Can he get... No, he can't. I'm not even gonna finish what I was about to say, because he just can't do anything. Can he touch the... Oh, wow. What a touch, but right to the defender. Good one, Spandy. Why are you hitting it to the defender? Can't you just hit it around everybody? You already got it around like 2 of them. Why couldn't you get around the 3rd? Anyways, yeah, you go for that boost. You just keep stealing their boost, yeah, acting like you're doing something. Like the good little boy you are. Can you... Oh. Yeah, you didn't need to go for that, because your teammate was already there. Didn't you see him on the side of your screen with no boost? Idiot. That's why you're getting scored on, Spandex, dude. You got a minute, 46 seconds left to get back into this game. You're only 2 goals ahead. You got only 76 points. You need way more points than that if you're actually gonna win this game, Spandex, dude. Come on, don't you know that? You need to start diving for these balls. You're not actually gonna win unless you're not getting carried. You gotta show them that you're not just getting carried this game. That would have been a start. But you sent that ball too hard. It's got to be softer than that. And that pass, you gotta do better than that. You are gonna get carried this game, Spandex dude. You better let a few goes in, at least on the orange half, so that you can prolong this game, get some more points. Okay? Are you hearing me, Spandex dude? Jeez, do you watch your own videos? I swear, if you just watched your own videos, you would stop making them. 'Cause this is just pathetic. I can't believe it. I can't believe my eyes what is going on here. You're going for a bump there instead of going for points. And then you go for the sidewall instead of trying to hit their net. I just don't get what's going on. You see they're scoring without you again. You did nothing. You drove under one guy and then you touched the next. And let's not even get into the specifics of where you touched him, okay? I don't even want to see it. No rewinding, okay? Let's just get on to the next one. Y'all got smacked. Easy dub. See, the blue team agreed. Case in point. Alrighty. Holy cow, Spandex. How many of these are you gonna make me commentate for you? Am I getting paid for this or what? And why do you keep getting scored on in the first 5, 6 seconds? 6, 7. Oh my god, I'm gonna get him canceled again. Just pick it up in the first, I won't say it, amount of seconds. Please. For the sake of my being, I can't handle this anymore. Okay. Let's hope he gets it together. Wait. What's going on here? Okay. Don't scare me like that. Can he make the save? Oh, he makes the save. He gets it out to Majora. Is Majora wearing a mask? Who knows, but Spandex Dude's gonna pass. That's all I know. Hits it to the side wall and great pass to the other team. That's the Spandex I know. Yeah, get that boost. You gonna rotate? Kind of. It's a little half rotation inside of the net. It works out though. Goes for a little bumpy woo on the last guy. Again, and he can't get it. Why are you going for these bumps if you can't even bump them? What was that? You just gonna let your teammate get that? You didn't trust yourself to make that save, Spandex dude? Jesus. You just gonna pass him the ball again, eh? And you just gonna be flailing around while Majora does a flip reset and shows you how it's done, eh? I'm not even gonna commentate on that one. That was easy. Anybody can make that save. And that one. Those are just two very simple, straightforward saves, and then you making it out of defense and demoing everybody. That's, yeah. See, nobody scores, see. It's not doing anything for you. Doing all this and that, and getting around to that and this defender. It doesn't matter unless anybody's scoring, okay? You gotta score. Why aren't you scoring? You're just letting the other team score. Yeah, you should just forfeit, eh? Why aren't you forfeiting? I want to see you forfeit, Spandex. You're the reason you should be forfeiting. Like, what is that? Why aren't you scoring that? That is the simplest cut I have ever seen in my entire life. And what are you gonna do here? Go for more bumps? Cause you're so good at these bumps? Not? Like, what's even happening right now? You think this is all because of your bumps? This extended pressure? What are you doing? Why are you faking that? Why are you slowing that down? And why are you passing that back around the defender like that? You should just be shooting, yeah. You should forfeit after that, Spandex, too. And just why aren't you ready for that back pass to the center? None of this is making sense. You should really just forfeit. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we still got one little lagger, eh? Oh, he's trying to talk. You guys are so bad, it's funny. Yeah, told you, Spandex, dude. Don't even try to say anything. He's just so much better than you. Yeah, that's right. Don't talk back. You know he's right. They don't pay me enough for this. I'm out of here. Here, you step in.
Hello, how are you? My name? You don't know need my name? Just to know, we are going to get through this together. Okay? Okay, let's go. Spandex 2. Going for the pass. No. Maybe this one? No, not that one either. What about turning and then shooting maybe? You got the turn, you just didn't shoot the ball. Wow. Are you going to shoot at this one? No, you trash. Money. Oh, are you going for a pass now? Are you ever going to rotate and let your teammates try to shoot? Oh, you almost let them shoot and then you just stuck around and you backflip. Why you backflipping? Oh, nice air dribble to no one. Who 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 was that supposed to go to? Where are you going with these? You flip off the wall to conserve your momentum so that you can stick around and just never rotate, eh? Oh, you get a pass, but he can't finish. Yeah, why you passing if he can't finish, huh? What, you gonna pass that? Oh, you passed it again, and he turned around. See, why are you passing if he's just going to turn around? Come on. Oh, now you're bumping teammate. Why are you doing this? This is not good Rocket League. You need to practice, Spandex, too. Why are you making a video? Why are you making me commentate on these? You're just gonna make yourself look bad. Oh well. It is what it is. I don't think he knew that I was going to commentate, so... Joke's on him. Nice. What a save, as they say. What a save. Are you going to go? He goes, he gets a ball touch, and then he gets another one right over the goal. No chance to score. Very nice. How much? Oh. Why can't you get on the end of any of these passes? I don't get it. He's passing you the ball right on your nose. See? Look at that. You just can't get any better pass than those. How are you going to score in the next game without these teammates? All they do is pass you the ball. By passing the other team the ball. You just can't get there before the other team. What don't you see about that? And you call that a good challenge? Wow. I wonder what you think a bad challenge is. I could only imagine. Mother Birdo must be very proud of you. Oh? Are you trying to rotate behind the E-girl? You dirty dog. You know she has full boost, so you try to get behind her? Oh, naughty naughty. And here, you do the same, except you stop because you know we're watching. You stopped because you knew we were going to judge you. Ooh, a nice little flip reset indication. Nice little bump. Ooh, you're going frisky on them. No wonder. No wonder you guys losing. You're just... You got to get your head out of the gutter. Wow. So many passes. I can't believe my eyes. Wow. GG. Oh, you're back now? Okay, don't mind me. Bye-bye. Alright. Get out of here. I'm back. Let's get into it. Inertia. With a nice little dribble to the side. Spandex faking it to Pulsey. Pulsey almost scores from downrange. Don't want to go for that because we see Impatient Portant already up. Don't want to waste our boost. We almost get a nice little team play in our own net there. And we're just going to chase that since we're first man. Just make him panic a little bit. Get a bad touch to Pulsey. Unfortunately, they get a play out. And we're still on the attack, however. Inertia places sidewall and then goes for a pass. We're on the end of it, but we see the defender coming, so we just go for a 50 instead of a shot. And teammates do a good job choking the other team for an extra few seconds, and they get the goal out of it. 1 goal in the first minute. Inertia goes for a musty kickoff. We get a nice look with a ceiling challenge. And so we just let Inertia pass us the ball one more time, and we get a goal out of it. Can tell that Inertia's got that vision, so we just give him that wide option. And we'll continue giving him the options throughout the game since he scored that nice little play together. So here we just play it out to the side with our air dribble, since we know they're probably going to be in the middle of the field. So we take our angle wide, take the time, let our teammates catch up with us. Unfortunately, doesn't work out enough, and they end up scoring at the other end. 2-1. We're on the kickoff again. We see Inertia go wide, so we try to push it out to him. And we end up getting him the ball. We also see Pulsa behind us, so we kind of let him go for that while we stay third. And then keep dodging the bumps, trip him up on the way, and sure enough, we get a free goal out of it. Yeah. Pays off to be a little bit physical, as it turns out. As long as you do it at the right time. Make sure your teammates have full control of the ball if you're ahead of them going for bumps. Here we try to link up with inertia another time. We do, but end up 50ing our own teammate there. We're both kind of at fault, you know, he should have waited for us, and we should have just passed it to him probably. And yeah, they end up scoring. What do you know? Try to pinch it with inertia, he ends up taking it under us. I don't know if probably on purpose, but we're over it. We're back in the game. Just dodging more bumps, getting more physical since they're in our back line. Here we wait for teammates to rotate and then we challenge. So that everybody's behind the ball, just in case that challenge goes south. And yeah, we give him another wide angle. That time he decides to take it himself, and yep, nothing comes out of it. What do you know? Nice challenge by Pulse off the backboard. And we're just going to follow it up, go for bumps since the ball's in the corner. It's not really a threat of going into our net, so we can threaten bumps instead. Here, since we're already so far ahead of the ball, we just go for a bump. And then we fake that in case teammates anywhere close by. You see us checking the rear view mirror to actually find out and see that he's nowhere close. So we end up challenging the ball. And now we're on the rotation. It's a counter attack, so we're just going quick. And we try to just chip to the center, see if Pulsey maybe runs onto that, but it doesn't quite work out. Nice little team play here, and get a goal out of it. Just always be ready for the pass. That's all that comes down to. Even with 0 boost, always be ready for a pass. So your teammates may need you, even with 0 boost. Here, I don't. Let's be honest, I stole that, but it was just to make sure, because I had no idea what they were doing over there. So I just decided to take it. And make sure we get that 3-goal lead. Because I don't want my teammates screwing that up. And thankfully, it causes them to forfeit. And that was a pretty good game. On to the next one. Alrighty guys, we made it. It's the final game of the video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I wanted to say something. I'm gonna start offering free coaching if anybody wants it to the first, well, not the first, but we will be doing a raffle. You just gotta be subscribed and leave a comment on the video and you're entered into the raffle. Just say I'm in or something along those lines. Put me in, coach, and we'll get you into the raffle. And you know, there's probably not gonna be very many. It'll end by the time my next video comes out, which, you know, will be in the next week or so. So yeah, enough about that. Let's get on to the gameplay. Here we just give teammate a wide option. And then we just go for bumps on our rotation back. And here we just kind of stick in the middle of the field since both of our teammates are on the right side. We decide to go for that since we see Antonio circling back. And we also see him taking a shot, so we follow that up. Hopefully somebody's in the center. Not quite. And we're just rotating back, trying to stay out of teammates' way. End up getting past the ball. Not bad. Couldn't quite put it in. And just notice how we stay on the left side until we see our opportunity to cut, since teammates weren't going for that. We'll take that free ball. Just need some boost here. Teammates are both upfield, so we can afford to stay back a little bit. And we see one go, so we kind of head back. Otherwise, we would have had to challenge that first ball since we were first. First man always has to challenge the ball. So here we see both of our teammates on the other side once again, so we kind of just stay on this side and then come in when needed. Get a nice flip reset, almost score the pinch, but Antonio's there, and beautiful Rocket League, I must say. Here we follow up the kickoff since we're second man. Try to go for the bump, get demoed instead. And here we're kind of just staying in the middle of the field to make sure nobody can get onto a pass. Go for a bump here, try to hit him at the corner post because that's usually where they hang out, but he was smart enough to jump away. Here we just give it teammate another wide angle, doesn't quite go for it, so we got to turn around after we rotate quickly. And here we give our teammate a little drop option, doesn't go for it. Envy comes in when needed, we get a bump. Their second man comes in right in time though. Clears it away. Turn for this, kind of. Just making sure they don't hit an awkward ball against our backboard. There we kind of see teammate hanging back, so we decide to go for it. We notice we're double committing there, so we decide to go for the bump instead. Got 45 seconds left, so we're just trying to keep space for our team, you know, no double commits. We're just trying to rotate and keep full boost while still going for the ball. Got to be really solid in the last 30 seconds. That's what a lot of people get wrong, is how to play the last 30 seconds. They think they need to play in their back half, and that doesn't always work out. See, we get two teammates that cut us off. We're in net. All they need to do is rotate, and we know to go for that ball. Instead, they both cut us off, and they both don't go for the ball. So we're all just caught looking at each other. So yes, this could have been all avoided if teammates just rotated, you know, and just kept challenging the ball one after the other. Just bang, 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 you know? Just support, support, support. Instead, all we were getting was support with no challenge. But we end up pulling through. Spandex 2 with the Doomsy Dish off the backboard, and yeah, we got ranked Champ 3. What do you know? Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I really appreciate it if you made it all this way, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Love everybody. Bye.